Five Strands with Art Del Cueto. As always, it is a pleasure to be on here. It's a pleasure to get the opportunity to continue to voice and tell everybody what really is going on out there. First and foremost, please, if you get a chance or get the chance to hit the subscribe button and share the episodes. Again, I've been talking about it nonstop. If we don't move the needle, we're just screaming in our own echo chamber and cheerleading ourselves on. So we need to share the episode. Make sure if you have any friends that have a different thought process or feel a different way, share it with them. You know, we might change some minds. It's all about moving the needle. So I just got back from Washington, D.C. I had an amazing time. It was Police Week. I got to hang out with a lot of friends. I got to hang out, obviously, with Kyle Reyes of Law Enforcement Today. That was that's always the highlight, hang out with Kyle. Kyle's just an amazing individual. He's the leading voice when it comes to law enforcement news and everything else you can. So give him a follow, especially through Law Enforcement Today. Like I said, he's just an amazing friend and an individual altogether. I love hanging out with him. So it was a good time out there in DC, getting a chance to see him. I did a quick interview with him for their show. So be on the lookout for that. And I was out there with FAIR, the Federation for American Immigration Reform. I did a podcast and interview also with the congressman out of Tennessee, Andy Ogles. He's trying to push the new Assimilation Act, which is just, it's common sense immigration reform and issues that need to be taken care of. And so I got to hang out with him in his office. Just amazing time with him. Really, it's the first time I'd ever hung out with him, first time I'd ever met him, and he was really cool. It was really awesome just to hang out. Also, I was in DC, so I stopped by, hung out with my friend Andy Biggs, who is running for governor. Keep an eye out on that. We need to move that needle. So it was a good time hanging out with Andy. I went and hung out with Abe Hamadeh, Congressman Hamadeh. He gave me a sick set of cards that he has in his office that he gives out. Most guys give out coins. He gives out coins, but he also has a set of cards that was really cool, and I enjoyed those. I should have brought them on so you guys can see them. But anyway, just a good time with Abe, and hung out with Eli Crane. We went over to the Blue Bash, which is just a big event. There was music there. I just got to hang out with a bunch of individuals there that I haven't seen in quite some time. Law enforcement from around the country, people that get involved in law enforcement. So that was a good time as well. I got to hang out with Nicole from the American Border Story. She's amazing, and I can tell you because she's out there trying to push a story. There's a lot of stories that happen that you don't hear about because the media just doesn't talk about them or things don't come out. But she does an amazing job of being out there and letting people know the realities of what's happening, especially with people that are affected by the illegal aliens in the United States. So again, I guess this is my way of saying, hey, follow all these individuals, but follow her for sure. The American Border Story, you can find them through Instagram. And they're on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. But you know me, I do a lot of the Instagram. So just a great time. And it was good to be out there on Police Week. I was there for the lighting of the candles. If you guys follow my Instagram, you saw some of the pictures that I posted through there. That was a good time. We got hit by bad weather, so it did start raining towards the end, but it didn't ruin the event. As far as I'm concerned, it didn't ruin the event. I walked out of there. I was able to get an Uber, albeit a 40-minute wait in the rain, but I was able to lay low underneath a tree, so that kind of helped. So it was a good time. It was a good event. I will tell you this. Look, I met a lot of cool individuals. When I was at the vigil, I ran into some police officers from Chicago. One of them knew me. He recognized me from seeing videos of me on TV, and he was just really awesome to talk to. He said he really appreciated it. He says, hey, man, you speak not just for agents. I really appreciate your voice. I know that you did this while you were still an agent, and that caused you a lot of issues and investigations. He goes, and just so you know, a lot of us appreciate it. When I run into people like that, especially law enforcement, it is just so humbling. So shout out to police officers out there in Chicago that came up to me and said that, honestly, that really makes this worth it. I also ran into another individual in the airport from Florida. He's from a small agency in Florida. He was amazing. He came up to me, and said he had seen me before, and he watches me on the interviews that I do. just humbling. I mean, honestly, when you see that, it's humbling to me. It's truly amazing. So I had a great time with all the congressmen. I hung out with my friend Juan Ciscomani, of course. We caught the flight back together, and we spoke at the airport. We just got to hang out, which is it's always cool. Listen, when I mention individuals like Congressman Ciscomani, like Andy Biggs, when I talk about Mark Lamb, who will be a congressman soon, when I talk about Eli Crane, I got to hang out with Lauren Boebert as well. When I talk about these people and I back them up and I say they're my friends and they're patriots, a lot of these individuals, I know them personally on a personal level. So I don't talk about people unless I really know them, and I can tell you it's not just what you see on TV. Now, there's others that I associate with from the legal standpoint or political standpoint. I'm trying to help that I don't know them on a personal level, but these individuals I can vouch for because I know them. I've hung out with them. I know their families. They're just amazing individuals. So some of the people, others though, that some of you think are cool, I know them in real life. So I know the difference. I can tell you that much right off the bat. So it's just amazing that that I get to hang out with these people, that I see these individuals, and I wanted you guys to know that. On another note, I will say this. I did, after hours, I went to eat at a restaurant, and I ran into, there were some police officers there from Florida. I'm not going to mention the department because I don't want to throw shade at the entire department. One of the officers that was with that group, it was a female officer. She came up to me. She saw I was wearing the badge. She asked me what agency I was with. I said, I'm retired. I was Border Patrol. And this is just shocking to me. Again, it was a department from Florida. I'm not going to mention what it was because I don't want to throw shade at the whole agency. But she comes up to me, and when she finds out I was with Border Patrol, she says, "You're the enemy." I was blown away that another law enforcement officer would have said that to me. And she says, you guys are doing bad work. You guys are deporting people that you shouldn't be deporting. Again, this was another police officer. I went back and forth with her on some things, and I said, well, you live in Miami. Can I just come into your home and move into your home if I let you pay rent? If I pay rent, are you going to allow me to just hang out? And she said, no, absolutely not. I said, that's the same thing. So we went back and forth on a couple of things. She knew she wasn't going to win the argument at the end. She just walked away and went back with the rest of her group. I paid my bill and I walked out. But look, that just shows that there's still a lot of work to be done out there, especially within our own. We need to do a lot better. So all in all, though, I had a fantastic experience. I had a great time. I ran into a lot of individuals that I've known before that are friends of mine, and I continue to call them, my brothers and sisters. And at the same time, I did some interviews and everything else. So we're moving the needle, doing the best we can. I need your help, though. Do me a favor. Hit that subscribe and hit that share button. On that note, till next time, stay safe and God bless.